Traditionally in San Diego, what we like to do is before we begin any program, we begin with the chant. So those of you that have books, if you turn to the very last page of your book, the front side of the last page, the very first chant, Asotoma. We usually do that together, okay? So let's begin with this invocation. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritam Gamaya Avir Avir Maeti Rudrate Dakshinam Mukham Te namam pahi nityam, te namam pahi nityam, om shanti shanti shanti. Lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Light us through and through, and guide us evermore with thy loving presence. Om, peace, peace, peace. Well, I'd like to welcome everybody to what's supposed to be sunny San Diego, but San Diego is special. I'm going to tell a joke, then if you know it, you don't have to say anything, because we've new people in the audience here. How many people know the meaning of San Diego? If you've heard it before, you're not allowed to say. Okay, so normally we think San Diego. Swami Chinmoyananda passed away here, and his people used to define San Diego as, you have San Diego. And what they would say, San Diego. Your ego dies, and you become a saint. That is San Diego. So welcome everybody here to San Diego. We consider it, those of us that live here, consider it this. There's one place in India that they say, Ramakrishna said, that you get mukti when you pass away there. Do you know what that place is? Varanasi, yes. We consider San Diego the Varanasi of the United States. So we want to welcome everybody here. We have people coming from Canada, from Northern California, from Illinois, from Colorado. We welcome everybody here to this place because we have what I think is going to be a superb retreat. My brother says I have a brother who lives in India, he's a monk. It's the granddaddy of all retreats. That's what we come. Because we have two rock and roll star Swamis, okay? And wherever they go, their posse is soon to follow. So we thank everybody coming here. Today we're going to have a retreat on Advaita and the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. And what we've designed this retreat for is for you to take the next 4 days and immerse yourself into these teachings. So as you've seen, the retreat begins early in the morning and it goes on till in the evening time, till evening nighttime. The idea is we wanted to immerse yourself, unplug yourself from the world, from the internet, from politics, anything that may take your attention out, and stay here in the present, because you're going to have two Swamis that are going to take you on an inner journey. They're going to be your tour guides. They're going to take you from this, what we call this Vyavaharika, this earthly plane, and slowly you're going to start sailing higher and higher into the Paramarthika, into this transcendental plane. And we've got two great people who are going to show you along the way, through the Yoga Sutras, how to manage the mind, how to gain higher and higher awareness. And then through Jnana Yoga, where Swami Sarvapriyananda is going to tell you that you don't have to go anywhere. Brahman is right here, right in front of you. But it's so close that we fail to see it. Normally, we take for granted what? Those that are so close to us, right? We don't see them, we see through them. He's going to tell you to stop. Take a look. What is present before you is self-evident, and it's right there. It's just that the moss, the foam, is covering it up. Just uncover it, and you'll see that it's always there. So, but they can't do this alone. They can take you to where reason goes to its limits. But ultimately, they need you to make that intuitive jump. Okay? So they're going to give you the best. They're going to take you as far as humanly possible as they can take you. But they can't take you across that bridge. You yourself will have to do that. So if you really give your attention for these 4 days, contemplate on the teachings, and what we've designed this retreat for is that you'll have time to ask plenty of questions, right? It's a time to contemplate, think, and then you can ask. You have direct access here, which if you've ever tried to get a hold of them, they're always on the move like rock stars. They're always going from one place to another. It's hard, but you have an opportunity for these 4 days. Okay, you guys are very lucky. You must have signed up within the first 4 or 5 days because it filled up after about 5 days. And then we had a huge waiting list. And then we had to close it off. So we thank all of you for coming. And we hope this can be an experience that can transform you. When I started off with this retreat, I told the Swami specifically, I want not only philosophy, but we want you to give them tools that they can take home when they leave at the end of this weekend. And we want you to take some tools that you can continue to practice with. Swami Atmarupananda ji, I think almost everybody knows him. I used to say his name's like Madonna. I just say Atmarupananda, and he's come down to one word now. He was here in San Diego he has spent the better half, not the better half of his life, but in terms of spending more time in the United States or in his life than any other part of his life, he has spent it in San Diego. So how many years, Swami, again?
13, but that was longer than I've lived anywhere in my life.
Longer than he's lived anywhere else in the world. 13 years here, back from about 84 to about late 90s. And he really sort of pioneered this center and just created everything that gave it the thrust of what you see here. Swami joined when he was 19 years old. And just as a high school kid, college kid, he went and joined. And he's amazing because he has the Western mind. He's lived in India for a long period of time. He's lived up in the Himalayas, in Bellamont, our headquarters. And as Westerners, we always have the question in mind, what does this mean? What does this mean? And when I ask my father or I ask other Indians, they take it, we just grew up in the culture. We really don't dwell into the meaning. Sometimes you see someone touching something with their foot and then they make pranams. Why do they do this? He has gone and dived deep into the essence of what all of these things means. It's because of him, what we have in San Diego is called a guided puja. He has explained the intricacies of puja into a logical step-by-step, which I have not seen anybody else do. He takes mythology and he explains it step-by-step to the rational mind, so it's just comprehensible, it's graspable. He has both the grasp of both the bhakti and the jnana. He's an incredible person because it's someone who's a Westerner who goes to India, lives in India, understands the essence of India, comes back and is able to explain it in Western terms. It's a rarity. Some people have experiences, but they can't communicate those experiences. Other people can communicate, but they don't have experiences. They're just talking. So here we have a rare combination of both experiences and expression. And finally, we have Swami Sarvapriyananda ji. There's been, I don't know, he's set quite a revolution coming to America. He has that capacity to take very technical, difficult concepts and make them digestible, so as Swami Vivekananda, so that a baby can even understand that. And when you hear it from him, it just sounds so easy. which sounds like we're on an airplane, and he just takes us higher and higher and higher, and we think we're there, okay? He's an incredible Swami, and he's known as the YouTube video Swami, so we will hear from him, and we're just really lucky and privileged to have them both here.